Welcome back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hard-working men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together, we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from Escaping the Matrices: How Knowledge and Understanding Will Empower Men in the Modern World. Escaping the Matrices: How Knowledge and Understanding Will Empower Men in the Modern World is an ebook available in all good stores. Greetings, fellow man. I'm Conrad Riker, the author of Escaping the Matrices: How Knowledge and Understanding Will Empower Men in the Modern World. Before I invite you to delve into this book, let me share with you my personal story and the motivation behind writing it. I was born into a world where men were considered disposable. Women had all the rights, and boys were expected to be quiet and well-behaved. My father was a hard-working man who tried to instill in me the importance of masculinity and self-reliance. But as I grew older and entered the workforce, I began to realize that the world often saw me as a second-class citizen. It was during this period of my life that I stumbled upon a concept called the red pill. This term refers to the moment when a person awakens to the harsh realities of life and no longer accepts the mainstream narrative that is constantly fed to us through media, politics, and academia. I realized that the world we live in is governed by matrices, societal forces that manipulate, control, and suppress men. These matrices are like a web, trapping us in a web of lies and deception, making us feel weak, vulnerable, and powerless. They include the feminist matrix, which seeks to demonize men and elevate women as the superior gender. They include the progressive matrix, which seeks to erase our history, our values, and our identity. They include the corporate matrix, which exploits us for profit while offering little in return for loyalty and hard work. I have spent years studying these matrices and working to break free from their grasp. Through my research and personal experiences, I have discovered the keys to unlocking our potential as men and reclaiming our place in society. I have learned how to navigate the turbulence of modern times and emerge victorious regardless of the challenges that come our way. That is why I have written this book, to share my knowledge and understanding with you, and to help you escape the matrices that are holding you back. I want you to know that you are not alone in your struggles, and that there are powerful ways to take control of your life and achieve the success and happiness you deserve. Escaping the matrices is not for everyone. If you are a woman, a liberal, or someone who is content with the status quo, then this book is not for you. I implore you to put it down and find some other hobby or activity that you enjoy. However, if you are a man who is tired of being manipulated, suppressed, and controlled by society, then this book is for you. If you are fed up with the constant barrage of propaganda, lies, and falsehoods that are being force-fed to us through the media, politics, and academia, then this book is for you. If you are ready to take control of your life, break free from the matrices, and reclaim your masculinity, then this book is for you. In the pages of Escaping the Matrices, you will find practical advice and expert insights that will help you understand the forces at work that are holding you back and how to overcome them. You will learn how to recognize and dismantle the matrices that are governing our lives and causing us so much misery and suffering. And most importantly, you will discover the power of knowledge and understanding to unlock your full potential as a man in the modern world. So, dear reader, if you are ready to take control of your life and break free from the matrices, then open the pages of this book and begin your journey towards self-liberation. Together, we will learn how to reclaim our masculinity, rebuild society on our terms, and create a world where men are once again respected, valued, and empowered to reach their full potential. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. As I explore the academic sphere, I am puzzled by the persuasive impact of radical progressives on disciplines such as gender studies and critical theories. These fields, which originally aimed to examine and break down various social constructs like gender, race, and class, have now been distorted to propagate an anti-male, pro-female bias. I need not look far for examples of this perversion. The hypothesis that men are inherently more violent and aggressive than women is a central tenet of many critical theories, despite abundant research indicating that such claims are baseless and driven by bias. According to a study conducted by Dr. Roy Baumeister a professor of psychology at Florida State University. Men are not inherently more aggressive than women. Dr. Baumeister's research found that while men are more physically aggressive when confronted with conflict, women tend to engage in indirect aggression, such as gossip or manipulation, which can be just as destructive. Additionally, peer-reviewed research shows that men and women possess different levels of certain hormones that can explain some of the differences in behavior. For example, a study by Dr. James Dabbs, a former professor of psychology at Georgia State University, found that men with higher testosterone levels were more likely to engage in aggressive behaviors, while women with higher estrogen levels were more likely to form stronger social bonds with others. But alas, the anti-male bias persists in these fields. The dogmatic insistence that men must be inherently more violent and aggressive is a case in point. This erroneous belief has led many to disregard the real, tangible risk factors that can contribute to male violence, such as childhood abuse, exposure to violence, and a lack of social connections. However, the flaws in gender studies and critical theories are not limited to their skewed view of male behavior. These disciplines frequently rely on flawed methodologies and biases that undermine their credibility. Consider, for example, the study by Dr. Janet Hyde, a professor of psychology at the University of Wisconsin, which claimed that the differences between men and women were consistently small. However, Dr. Hyde's study had a significant limitation. It excluded any measures of physical strength, which could have provided valuable insight into the impact of biology on human behavior. Similarly, the work of Dr. David Buss, a professor of psychology at the University of Texas, has been largely ignored by gender studies and critical theorists. Buss's research, which is based on extensive data and scientific rigor, paints a vastly different picture of human behavior and sexuality. According to Buss, men and women are biologically predisposed to have different mating strategies, which can often lead to conflicts and misunderstandings in modern relationships. Despite the wealth of evidence supporting a more evolved, nuanced understanding of gender roles and differences, the anti-male bias persists. This bias not only denies men the opportunity for self-improvement and growth, but also perpetuates harmful stereotypes and misconceptions about male behavior. The distorted view of gender studies and critical theories by extreme progressives has led to a slanted anti-male perspective on human behavior. By adopting a more detailed understanding of the complex interaction between biology, culture, and individual experiences, we can promote a healthier, more balanced understanding of the roles and differences between men and women, ultimately enabling both genders to prosper and grow in today's world. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in Escaping the Matrices: How Knowledge and Understanding Will Empower Men in the Modern World, available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and God bless.